Hello, Morocco. I'm here with Sarah Coltrera, an Italian Moroccan that's here to talk about her journey working for Muzz, a Muslim marriage app, and also how she found a great position in marketing and some of the viral campaigns she's been part of. Stick around.
Okay, so my name is Sarah. I'm 24 years old and I work as I need to adapt to the new title now because I just got promoted.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
I work as a marketing lead for Morocco for the app Muzz, and I'm gonna tell you about my journey today.
Yeah. So tell us about your background and where you come from and all of that.
So born and raised in Germany, but I'm Moroccan Italian. But I moved here because my heart is in Morocco. I love Morocco. Of course, I don't want to neglect my Italian side, but there's something about Morocco, and especially having been lucky enough to find a job that allows me to be here on my terms, just kind of brought me here. And it also, because I was so westernized in a way, because I always grew up abroad, I wanted to connect more with my roots, and this job also allows me to do that. Practicing also my language and my Moroccan skills, my Moroccanness, and so that's what brought me here. And I was studying not too long ago. I got my bachelor's in international business management and a major in marketing, and you were one of my lecturers.
Yes.
And so after that I kind of had like a little small job to kind of get the taste of the professional world. And then I found a job that I'm passionate about, which is Muzz. So yeah.
So how old were you when you moved to Morocco from Germany?
16.
Okay.
I was 16, then went to an American high school in Morocco.
Yeah.
Because obviously my Arabic was not that good to be going to like a French, or neither my French nor my Arabic was good. So I couldn't go to any other schools. And then after I graduated, I went back to Germany, did some internships, did my driver's license, and then I came back here because I missed it so much. I didn't get my dose yet, which is how I ended up in your courses.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you moved here at 16, had you spent a lot of time in Morocco before that?
No, not at all. It was just summers, It was just like one summer here, one summer Italy, one summer Morocco, one summer Italy. It was like split between the parents. And then the last summer in Morocco, when I was a teenager, I was just like, okay, this is it. I wanna come here. I wanna stay here.
Wow.
Yeah. So kind of made that happen, and that's how. Like, this is the fact. I also realized I'm very privileged in a way because I had the chance to just move, and I didn't have any issues with like visa because of my roots and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful for that, and the fact that there was a school that could like take me at this stage. So languages are very, very important. Honestly, I feel like languages really open so many doors for me, whether it's school, whether it's jobs. So I think you should always learn languages as a quick tip.
So when you were graduating, I mean, there's a lot of graduates who would like the opportunity to go abroad and feel like there's more opportunities there. Why did you say, no, I'm looking for a job in Morocco? What did you see here that kept you here?
Because I kind of feel like I would say foreigner, because even though I am Moroccan, but most of my life I was abroad, you kind of see Moroccan in a different way. We always want what we don't have, and like the other way around, right? So people here are always telling me, why are you coming here? We're trying to go. And I'm just like, okay, but I want to be here. I'm trying to go from there. So I'm seeing how Morocco is just such a beautiful country. You have everything here. You got like mashallah, you have the mountains, you have the beach, you have the desert, you have snow, you have everything. You have the city, you have the farms. The people are so nice and warm and just welcoming, and life is not that deep, like where I was from, it's really serious work, strict. The weather is not good at all. It plays a big role, actually, the weather.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, lifestyle, the quality of life, how expensive things are. I kind of think I should invest into my country, where my grandparents are from. Let it be Morocco or Italy, whichever I would have chosen would have sat better with me than Germany. Like, no offense, like I have love for Germany, but it's not where my family is from.
Yeah.
So might as well invest into, as we say, bledi, to my country, rather than like in a foreign country that at the end of the day, you're not from there, Like you kind of And I also think like I see a lot of people, a lot of expats come, and I've always questioned. I was always like, why are they here? What are they seeing that I don't see yet? So I kind of think it's a big investment hub spot like Morocco. Like it's getting bigger. It's like there's so many new things every time. I like when I would leave, because I was abroad for a year. Even after coming here, I left for my first job to Barcelona for a year.
Okay.
And that year when I came, so many things changed. So many things, like it's just quickly changing and evolving, and I feel like it's just there's so much potential in this country.
Yeah.
And so much talent in this country. For example, for my job, we work with local. I prefer working with local talent than with like people abroad, because there's so much undiscovered talent here that they don't get the opportunities to be encouraged. And maybe I'm just one person, but like if everybody would think this way, then the locals wouldn't think of always wanting to go abroad, because they find opportunity here, you know?
100%.
So.
Yeah. I'm also an outsider, and I see the same thing.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, so you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's so true. So then tell us about the process of finding a job. So after you had chosen Morocco and you've graduated, that doesn't mean it's just easy to find a job. So
it's not.
Tell us about that process.
You do need to really, look at every option you have. You really need to like use all the resources you have. Again, I used LinkedIn a lot, which I made because of you, that you gave me as a homework when I was like 19 years old. And you really insisted on it. And I was thinking, why LinkedIn? It's like it's useless. Why do I need it? And then when I did it, now I'm like LinkedIn addicted. All of my, like any job, whether it was my first job abroad or like side jobs or anything, or this job, I got them all through LinkedIn. So if you actually pay attention to your profile and how you make it, and you know how to use it, and you connect with the right people, because sometimes it's just about connecting with the right person. Then you have so many opportunities right in front of you.
You don't need it vitamin C, right?
Exactly, exactly, vitamin connections. And you don't need to like do it like the old school way. People used to go door to door and just go to from company to company and just give their CV even if they're not hiring. And that's something like we're so privileged that we have this like right in front of us on our computers, on our phones. So I used obviously a lot of platforms, but my go-to was LinkedIn. I know there's other stuff like Indeed, etc. But for me, LinkedIn was like my main. But I did have all of them just to compare. Sometimes you find the same job on different platforms. That was my main thing. I made sure my CV is up to date all the time. I put everything on there. I don't shy away from it, because some people, when I would talk to them about their CVs, they're like, do I really need to mention this? Should I just mention it? You know, if it's relevant to what you want to do, mention it and ask for help if you don't know. There's a lot of guidance around us. You can ask your teachers, professors, your friends, people who already worked, you know. So that's kind of what I was doing. I made mine like using, again, other tools like Canva or like whatever, stuff like that. Just compared. And it wasn't perfect the first time, but after the first like experience, I had another one to add on it, and I had to keep updating it, and you kind of get more expertise in how it should look. So CVs are important. LinkedIn, again, kind of breaks it down for you again, just on your profile. And then the job search was like, apply. Like, I didn't just apply to one and think, okay, they're going to get back to me.
Right.
Like, I really like applied to 20, 50, I don't know, like a day, you know? Yeah. Okay, maybe not 50 a day, but like pretty much probably 20 a day, definitely. And you actually hear back from them. I don't like this new age. You do hear back from them, even if they're like, you don't get the job right away. There's gonna be disappointments. You're not gonna get all 20 jobs. You might just get like a first call or interview. But then after the interview, it's usually, for me, it was like first interview, kind of to see, you know, the interest on both sides. Then a second, if you're lucky, and then like a last one. Usually it was like 3 for me most of the time. Some were longer, where you had to do case studies, where you had to do exercises and everything. I had to do a very long exercise for Muzz, but it was worth it. It was worth it. So you just have to keep trying, even though you think, I applied 10 times, I applied to 20 people, to 20 jobs, and I'm not hearing back from them. Just one of them is gonna get back to you.
Right.
Like you should be persistent, you know?
Yeah, you posted on LinkedIn a year ago, so I guess that would have been right around the time that you got the job.
Yeah.
And you shared, all the different things that you have to do for the job search. You have to graduate from high school, gain admission to college, work diligently, unpaid internships, get your bachelor's, entry-level jobs, accept lower pay, on and on. You listed all these challenges
Yeah.
to overcome. And then you said at the end, keep going. It'll all pay off eventually. Did you
Yeah.
reach some points in your job search where you were feeling
Yes.
discouraged? And
100%. I had my first job that I was like, I was happy to have it, but then I'm like, the pay is not what I honestly. It's not. Sometimes you really think you're underpaid,
Yeah.
especially when they see younger people just starting and they're like, okay, they need the job, so
Yeah.
they're just gonna. It is just how it is. You just take it.
You
You
start
know.
from the bottom. You got to take what you can.
Exactly. You can't start and expect to get the salary of a senior. You can't do that, even though if you might have better qualities or you speak more languages or you have a better degree. You just start at the bottom. Everyone had to do it. Our parents, our grandparents. This is nothing good comes easy. I was discouraged, but I was like, this is how it's supposed to be. And like, there's no handouts, just like that. And it is true. Like the internships also really matter. Like having a good internship plays a big role in your first job. Like because you kind of have something and it shows that you're trying. They don't just see the internship. Of course they look at the name and if it's a big company or not, but they also look at the fact that you are going out of your way to provide them with some experience, to like
Right.
try and like put yourself out there at a young age, and which is something they care about because at a young age you kind of like discipline, and when they see this, it's really promising to them. And internships, like they might be underpaid or free or whatever, but sometimes, and I know some people will come at me, but sometimes it's worth it. It really is worth it. Sometimes you will get a promotion, you will not get the double salary raise, but the promotion is worth so much that in the next job they're gonna like give you like something better than you ever could have expected.
Yeah.
So sometimes the experience is really worth a lot. And I had times where I questioned, my journey, and I'm like, this is not fair, and why, and this and that. But as I said, I posted that a year ago, and now I'm here. I had just had my first promotion. I'm doing pretty well in my job. Alhamdulillah, I'm very happy about it. So it pays off. It really pays off. You just have to, follow your goals and like stick to it and not get distracted by comparing yourself to other people, especially because you
that's
see.
good.
Yeah, you just see social media, everybody's doing this and they got it all figured out because people just show their good sides on social media.
Right.
But I know colleagues of mine who look like LinkedIn bloggers, but they had stress, like burnouts, like right
Yeah.
before, like, oh my God, I can't do it. Like, we're all just human. You just
Yeah.
have to kind of work. It comes all down to like working hard for what you want to do, just take it. Even though people will tell you, oh, you're underpaid, or oh, this is not, you deserve more, or you should do this, or like, just leave this job, find a different one. Just go, like, follow your instincts, and of course make the right connections while you do it.
So then tell us about Muzz. Tell us about the company and about the app.
It's a startup. So Muzz is a startup, but we've existed for 10 years. So the company existed for 10 years. Like, who would have thought it was going to be this big thing now, 10 years later? We're operating in 190 countries with 12 million users all around the world and 620,000 marriages. So yes, we know that for sure, because we get like emails every day of success stories. We get pictures. We don't share all of them because some people are shy, of course.
Yeah.
But sometimes we find people are very like willing to cooperate or collaborate with you. We kind of like do some collabs with some gestures with them as well. Interviews, photo shoots. We've assisted at a wedding as well. There was a wedding in Algeria that we filmed. Yeah, so lots of stuff. So it's really, really big. There's been, sometimes we get like talked to on the street when we're outside with our Muzz hoodies, even here in Morocco. We like doing some work stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, are you guys Muzz? My best friend met her husband on there.
Wow,
like
yeah.
it's really nice.
There's
really nice.
Stories you don't even know about because people wouldn't
Exactly,
share. Yeah.
exactly. So there might be even more than what the number that we just like have in our data.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's a Muslim marriage app, marriage and not dating app. Really stressing that because there's this misconception of like, it's just a dating app for Muslims. No, because a Muslim knows that he's not supposed to date. So if you're dating, you're the problem. So
Right.
we kind of give you like a tool, we give you a tool that gives you the resources to marry. If you do something that is not right, if you kind of like don't behave according to like the Islamic standard, that's on you. But we give you all the tools. Like, you have a lot of features to make sure it's really on the religious standard, as in you can like hide your pictures until you're comfortable sharing them. So you really, it's really about personality first. You can filter for like the level of like religiousness, I'd say you would want, how much you want the person to be practicing, like how your prayer is. I'm someone who prays 5 times a day. I want somebody who prays 5 times a day, you know?
Right.
So
so it's like, did you hit 35 last week, or were you just 10?
Exactly.
You can filter that?
I mean, you have like usually praise, sometimes praise, and praise like all the time, you know?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, and we have moderately practicing, not practicing, and very much practicing. Like,
can you tick off if you've done the Hajj?
Yes. Yes,
Nice,
yes, performed
wow.
Hajj, performed Umrah.
That's amazing.
Exactly. So we have these things that other apps don't have. So clearly, like, this is not a dating app, you know? We kind of want to make sure you meet the person that is right for you on every level, whether it's compatibility with the filters, personality filters and everything, whether it's the physical attraction, which is also an important factor, or it is, which is our priority in the sense, how like you compatible on the religious level.
Right.
So you have all these filters. You also have another one that people don't really know about, which is the chaperone mode. So you kind of bring in a third person. We call it wali, or like the mahram, which is a guardian, that you can include in your conversation. And we have self-verification, no scammers, no fake accounts, and our team for like security and community, and like our community team like that takes care of all of these instances where maybe somebody is not really behaving like they would if they would want to get married. Like, you report that and we take care of it instantly. We're very responsive. And nobody, like, for example, for the female users, no male will see their pictures from our team. It's just a female dedicated team. Like, those details our company pays attention to.
Yeah.
So it's very secure and safe in that sense. And of course, again, you can give somebody a computer and he can either learn Quran with it or he can gamble, right?
Yeah.
So
it's just a tool.
Exactly. We're giving you the choice, and we're really trying to set it out for you here. Like, with all these options you have, if you're deliberately choosing to go against that, then there's nothing more that we can do.
That's on you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what we do with that, even there's a reminder, if you start talking to someone after like a couple of messages, you get a notification from us, like, that kind of pops up in the conversation and says, is this person behaving like in a halal way, or does this person seem serious about marriage, yes or no, you know? Like, it's also on you as a user to kind of identify if somebody is giving you red flags, you know? If somebody says in the first message, hey, send me pictures of you, like, you didn't even say hello yet, you know? Like, it's not really, or just like, give me your number, or you want to let's meet at my place. That's not really somebody who wants to date. It's like, you also have to identify that, you know? Like, it's also a responsibility for the user on the other side to kind of report these things to us, because we want to fix them.
So how long is the typical process? Like, someone downloads the app and then starts talking to a few people?
I mean, it depends also on, of course, the person and their preferences. We also have marriage intentions. So it's on your profile, like you have intentions, which is something that's also pretty fresh, where we kind of really, again, wanted to highlight intentions behind your timing, because sometimes you talk and then somebody drags you for a whole year and then nothing in the end, you know, they haven't progressed in that sense. So people can be on the same page. It's kind of a little line that shows you marriage intentions. I want to talk for so long. I want to get serious, meet the parents. I want to be
married by this summer.
Exactly. Exactly. Literally, you'll be like married within a year, married within 2 years, married within 4, you know?
Yeah.
Talking, I don't know, for like 3 months, talking for a year, and then, you know, arranging with family or see with each other. You know, some people are super flexible. They don't have a timeline. They're like, okay, let's just figure it out between each other, like what works for both of us. So this really like kind of lays out a standard for like the time. So it really depends, but you also need to do a good profile, right? So if your profile is like, you didn't put any effort into your bio, or like you put like a picture where we don't see any picture of you behind your car, like usually guys do that. It's not a good look. It's like, what are you trying to show here, right?
Yeah.
So kind of put some effort in it. I wanted to do like a little campaign just for that. It's like 101 how to do a good profile, you know, because sometimes you can be such a great guy, but your profile doesn't show this. Your profile is like effortless, you know, and then a girl can be so overthinking about it and say,
so a good car is not going to get me a good wife. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like, I mean, I mean, it depends, but yeah, I think you shouldn't just show material stuff. Just show like who you are, right? Like put every picture be like your car, your behind your wheel, or like in front of your car. It's like
Your watch.
yeah, your watch. They do it a lot too, you know.
Yeah.
I know there's stuff for both sides. I know also there's some girls who like don't really like show themselves how they usually are. Like they show themselves on their best angle and stuff. Like
1,000 filters.
yeah, filters and everything. We had a April Fools that we're gonna like do AI and remove all the filters, and everybody went
No
crazy.
way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, it's like you kind of need to put effort because a girl can overthink. For example, I'm talking about my case because I'm not a man, but like I could overthink a profile and say he's not putting effort into his profile. He's not going to put effort into a marriage, right? This is how deep it goes. Like, kind of put yourself out there. If you're already on the app and you're putting yourself out there, which is really nice, and I really like salute that. Then kind of put an effort. Like put a little effort into your bio. Say who you are, what you do. We also have profession, by the way. You can filter for profession. Let's say you're a doctor, you want to marry a doctor, you want to have a whole doctor family. You filter for that. If you don't care, you don't have to, but you can. If you have gold, like the premium version, you can filter them as must-haves. So you will not see anybody outside of it, like deal breakers, kind of.
Right.
So yeah, that's kind of. So I cannot tell you how long it usually takes because these things play such a huge role. But I can give you an example of a friend.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah, she's Moroccan. She went to the UK for her studies, and she downloaded the app because another friend who was also a student of yours, she was the one who told me about the app. Like,
oh no way.
She's like, download it, just download it. Like, guys, you have to try it. Like, it's.
Wait, did you download the app before you worked there?
My friend made me download it to see how it like works, and because we went to visit her in the UK. And she told us all about it. Like, actually, she should be like the ambassador of the brand.
Because it wasn't in Morocco yet. It wasn't popular yet.
I mean, honestly, we knew it existed, but it was like, we just kind of thought it was just a random dating app, you know? So that's why the marketing is so important behind it, because you build a reputation for the app. You kind of, even though they have a reputation, generally within these local countries like Morocco, these concepts are new. You kind of need to build it from scratch.
Right.
Yeah. So as I was saying, my friend was like, yeah, guys, download it, look at it. So it's so interesting. Like, it's such an interesting concept. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. So I saw the app. I saw what it was. I didn't like, I wasn't like on it like that. But our other friend, she said, I'll try it and see, just for fun. She's like, just for fun, I'll do it. And she kind of like, she had like so many people like liking and like so many like your profiles showing. And then she just saw the filters and she set them to like the highest standard for her. Mm-hmm. Like, let's say, tall guy working in this, praise 5 times a day.
You can put the height as a must-have?
Yeah, you can. Oh you can put the height as a must-have. And, like, she put all of these standards up there, and she was like, if I'm already on it, I'll do it the right way. Like, let's see, if something's written for me, then it's going to happen. And then she just, for fun, like, literally as a joke, just to see if it works, she did that, and all of her matches went from, 100-something to, like, a handful, right?
Yeah, right.
And in that handful was her husband.
Wow.
So she literally, the first guy she like talked to, and that from these guys that were left, she spoke to, like, they're married now for 2 years.
Wow.
Mashallah. Literally, yeah. He's also Moroccan.
That's amazing.
That's the thing. He's a Moroccan and he was in the UK and he wanted to marry a Moroccan and who's Muslim. And Muz was the way to find that for him, even though he was in the UK already. Because like, that is the community they want. Some people have a preference to marry within their culture. Some people don't. But for them, it worked out. Now they've been married for 2 years and they come and go. But worked out for her, right? Like she's always been. She was always in Morocco, and then she found someone from her culture in a different country while just going there for studying. Yeah. And another fun story: my childhood best friend. Shout out to her. She got married in 2021. And I was a bridesmaid, right? So I went to Germany. I was a bridesmaid at the wedding. And I did my duties and I left. And 4 years later, she sees me working with Muz. And she goes, you work for Muz? And I'm like, yeah, why? She goes, that's how I met my husband.
No way.
Yeah, so I was at a Muz marriage before working for Muz. So kind of the more I saw, the more like I was like, this is actually working. Like, I'm doing the right thing here. I'm working for something that works, you know? Yeah, so it was great.
So tell us some of your favorite marketing campaign experiences with Muzz?
Okay. So I'll tell you my local favorite one. Obviously, was billboards are my favorite thing to do.
Okay.
I take pride in it.
We can show some of them, like
Yeah, we
put some
can.
So tell us about one of them.
The first one I did, I don't know if it was luck, if I just figured out that I was good at doing it at that point. It just came to me when I did some copies. They were Casablanca related, so they were just for Casablanca. We adapt the copies to each city.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
okay.
so it's not going to be one copy that we use in Casa, Tangier, Rabat. No, every city is carefully picked from locals. My team, I'm from Casa. My colleague is from Rabat. The other one, Otmara, and the other one is from Fas.
Okay.
You know, so it's like we kind of mix and everything. And then when we want to do something in Tangier, we have some colleagues who are in the UK from Morocco as well, or we just do surveys and everything to kind of. We even went to Tangier to kind of see the slang.
Right.
We really care about it to get the right copies and the right lingo. So my favorite one for Casablanca was the first one, which is Min Salam al Slam. I don't know if you get it, what it means.
I don't get it.
Okay,
I saw it, but I don't fully get it. So explain it to an outsider.
Min Salam is from Salam, from hello, to Slaw Slam. And Slaw Slam is what we do when we do the, you know? So that's what we do at wedding. It basically means from hello to marriage. Like Slaw Slam is an equivalent to wedding bells, you know?
Yes, nice.
So it kind of rhymed and it was so short and like straight to the point. And I was like, I think this will work. Let's just try.
Yeah, that's so good.
And actually, after I've done 3 other out-of-home campaigns, and they all did well, thank God. Like none of them were ever like, you know, never. None of them went unnoticed. They all got their fair share of attention, but this specific one, got me so much attention. It's being shared to this day. It's been almost a year now, and I was scrolling on Instagram, and then I see a meme page with like 1 million followers, and the post has like 600,000 likes, and I see, and I scroll, and I'm like, how funny, and then I see my billboard, and it says iconic. And I'm like, what? It's a year, and all my friends send it to me. Then another month goes by, and another friend sends me this. It's like, it's still going on, you know?
Amazing.
And it actually got me attention from big media platforms. I was contacted by It Radio. I was contacted by We Love Buzz. Worked with them a couple of times ever since. Because these are kind of bold campaigns that are still new here because traditional marketing was very prevalent. And this was more like Gen Z, Darija, slang.
Yeah.
So it was like, I love how my company trusted us. Like with this one, they trusted me a lot with my instinct, and they let me do my thing and trusted my local knowledge instead of going through 20 approval processes, you know?
Right.
Of course, you double check everything, but like this was like
empowered.
Yeah. I had a lot of flexibility, which I love. This one went viral, still is going viral. And that out of homes are always going to be my favorite thing.
Have you had criticism from all generations, or does it tend to be the older generations that would shy away from using an app to find a partner?
I guess it's mixed, but target audience, honestly, it just depends on like, we always look at young adults. Like I would say between like, my colleagues say 25, but I think personally from 21, but like until like 35-ish, that's like the main people that we're targeting here.
And is it a difference between male and female? You have younger women and older guys?
I mean, yeah, but sometimes, for me, for example, my friends, they always tell me they would prefer somebody who was a bit older as a man, because women tend to be mature early on, more mature.
Yeah.
So I guess that's like a kind of a common conception of things. But like...
and there's more provision expectations on men too.
Yeah,
so if they can
100%.
be further in their career, that's helpful.
100%, which is also something they can put on their profile, by the way, because...
What, your salary?
No, that was also another April Fool's, by the way, we did a year before, that we will put the salary of the guy.
That's good. So there was an April Fool's that targeted the men, and then one that targeted the girls with the filters.
We always do that. We like to like be we are a serious marriage app, but we also want to make sure that people know something serious like marriage. That serious should not always have a negative connotation. Like it's serious, but it's a beautiful thing. It's a fun thing, right? So we kind of like to break the ice, make jokes, do spicy marketing, like funny stuff, just to show you like, get out of your head thinking, oh, marriage, life ends here. No, like a new life begins, right?
It should be exciting.
Exactly. You have somebody who's a witness to your life, who sees everything, what you do, cares about everything that you do. You can, on a level of faith, you can connect together, get better together. And that's just what we're here for, right? So
Oh
yeah.
man, like I say it's the second most important decision you ever make
Yeah.
after your belief about God.
Exactly.
And it's so crucial to your happiness and satisfaction in life.
100%. 100%. That's why we really want to make sure it's we give you a great outline. Like right now, Muz actually took on losses. Muz took on like risks that like let's say competitors wouldn't do, because again, being Muslim owned and as a startup, we have like the ones above have like that are like my boss, for example, they have like more control over what they do, and they can make decisions based off their values and instinct, and it doesn't have to be all about money. Of course, money and revenue and everything, that's important, right?
Yeah.
But it should never be interfering with our mission and our values
Yeah.
as an Islamic app, because we kind of set the standard. And he took on like a big risk of cutting down, changing some filters, for example, changing some features, sorry, like cutting down the amount of people you can talk to at the same time. Because usually you can just limit, like it's limitless. You just talk to 20 people at once until you find one or two, or they're like in competition now. Which one do I pick now, right? It's not the best way to do things.
I see.
So Muz and like my boss, his name is Shaz. Really interesting stuff he does. Like you can also like look him up. He said we are going to remove that possibility, and you can only speak to 5 people at once.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
and you actually, when you match somebody, because sometimes also, the same way I like criticize male stereotypes, I'm also going to criticize female stereotypes. Sometimes a woman just kind of goes through there, like through dating apps in general, or like in our case, a marriage app maybe, and wants to get like validation. Or like, build up her confidence by like, okay, this person liked me, this person liked me, this person liked me, but there's no valuable conversation behind it. You felt low.
It's a little ego boost.
Exactly, little ego boosts. And like, that's not something that we want to encourage. We want to encourage seriousness and valuable conversation in marriage. And so that's why your matches expire. So if you don't talk to that person within a limited amount of time, they expire.
Okay, so your matches expire and you're limited to 5 like conversations.
Exactly. So we make sure that the conversation is valuable behind it. And
so if you get a new match, you have to like push somebody off the end and be like,
yeah,
I can't talk to her anymore.
Exactly, because we don't want to encourage this
like
again,
leading on people.
Yeah, leading on people, ego boost, and just like wasting somebody's time and dragging somebody along.
What about somebody who is discouraged in their marriage search but hasn't wanted to download an app?
Download Muz. I'd say download Muz. No, but I think put yourself out there. Look at the numbers. Look, of course, question it. I always encourage people to question things. If you if it's about like being discouraged to download an app, for example, like Muz, look at the numbers. You can actually reach out to us all the time. We always answer questions, and look at the success stories we have. This is what I think the the biggest motivator is word of mouth, kind of recommendations. And for me, when I go to a restaurant, I always check Google reviews, right? So this is what you kind of have to do with those apps. And there's always going to be negative stuff. But if you have so much good that comes with it, I think kind of give it a chance. Even if you're not that convinced, give it a chance, try. Maybe that little chance where you just try and like, you're like, let me just try it like that, like my friend did, ends up in marriage, right? Mm-hmm. So you never know. Like, it doesn't always have to be perfect and work. Maybe it's not going to work out for you, but at least give yourself the chance so you don't regret.
Okay, last question, and I'll ask before somebody comments. Are you on the app?
Technically I am, because I have to be on the app because I work there.
Okay.
So I need to be always in the loop of what's happening, double check if there's any, issues or bugs, or like if also comparing the profiles. Is everything up to date? Are we attracting the right people on this app? Are the profiles like high quality or not? So technically, I am on the app. I'm not active, but maybe I will be. So yeah, that's it.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Sarah. This has been informative, but also I think inspiring for a lot of people that are pursuing the job search and working on their career. But then also people that are interested in marriage and wondering, how do I navigate traditional values with modern apps? So
thank you so much. It was an honor for me that like you invited me, because you were my lecturer. So it was like I took a lot of pride in it. I shared it on Slack. I told everyone. I was very happy about it, because especially you being one of the people who kind of had a big role in my career search, because I was never going to download LinkedIn, install LinkedIn if it wasn't for you, who pushed us to do it. I remember how you insisted on it. So thank you, because like this is why I ended up here in a way. And I'm really glad to be here and like, you know, see you again and share this stuff with you years later. It's like a full circle moment.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
I love that.